Hello, and thank you for joining me. I've called this meeting to tell you of an epiphany that I had. Last night, as I lay in bed contemplating suicide, I was visited by an angel. And the angel, he spoke unto my heart, and he said, "Be you not frightened. I am not here to hurt you, but I must have your television." And so I got to thinking, this angel must have been sent by God to save me, to show me the way. Well, heck, I thought, better give this angel what he wants. I'm sure God knows what he's doing. And so, in an emotional flurry, I said to the angel, "You take that fucker." And the angel departed. A few moments later, the angel returned, and he looked very angry. "What's the matter?" I asked. And these aren't his exact words, but basically he said, "My child, you haven't got a TV for me to take. I need to take some of your valuable belongings." And so I asked myself, what is the meaning of value? Is it purely the money expended to obtain something? Or could there be other components of value? Well, the angel, growing impatient with my glossy-eyed pondering, he snapped his fingers. "Hey," he said, "wake up." And he demanded my offering. Well, within a couple of minutes, I brought to the angel my offering: 3 of my finest articles of pornography, 4 cans of Milwaukee's Best, a half pack of Old Gold cigarettes, a bootleg copy of Vice City, and my most prized possession, the 2nd season of Baywatch on DVD, all wrapped neatly in an Abbott's Big M grocery bag. The angel smiled upon my offering. He moved close and reached out as if to place his hand on my shoulder and whisper words of wisdom into my ear. I was eager to receive his gift. I trembled with excitement. What the angel did confused me. He grabbed my throat and he said unto my heart, "You tell anyone and you're dead, bitch." And he departed, not to return. Well, needless to say, I couldn't sleep. I kept milling his words over and over in my mind. They just didn't make any sense. And then I went into the washroom to urinate. And while I was urinating, I noticed a bottle of Robitussin cough syrup on the floor. I knew it didn't belong there. Perhaps the angel had left it there for a reason. Well, I remembered hearing that Robitussin cough syrup had hallucinogenic properties. So I picked up the bottle and I drank it, the whole thing, 8 ounces. Well, the focus of my mind shifted. Instead of wondering what the cryptic message of the angel was, I was consumed by the tussin, as the kids call it. What was it doing to my mind? When would it take effect? How would I know that it was working, not having a cough and all? Well, within about 20 minutes or so, I found myself lost in the inner workings of my mind. I peeled away layers, discarding them as meaningless, because they all dealt with my interactions with others and with the environment around me. I didn't need them. Oh no. What I was after was at the core. Who I really was, without all the bullshit I'd learned, or more accurately, been taught over the years. And when I reached this place, I saw an endless white plain. Nothing in any direction as far as the eye could see. This is too far, I thought, before my existence. By this time, I felt pretty competent at the navigation of my mind. So I traveled to my first memory. But I'm not sure now that it really was my first memory. Rather, I believe it to be my first realization. It's like they say, hindsight is 20/20. Anyway, what it was like a mountain range of writhing bodies, all scrambling for something. Love, power, hate, possessions. I stood there on the outside, observing their actions. It all seemed so pointless. Some at the bottom reached out to me, and some cried for help. I wanted to help, but I was afraid. I turned and walked away. I walked for years, observing the complex nature of nature, and I loved it. I'd all but forgotten about the others when they started appearing to me. At first they ignored me, as if I was invisible. Then they started making comments. Some tried to interact with me. I felt lonely, but I ignored them. I made my way back to the pile and was meeting some of the gifted ones who could see it for what it was. And so I made friends. I got sucked in. I tried to help my friends. But I realized there could be no helping everyone. All people forget. All people are hated by others. The pile would always persist. I thought of killing some who I felt especially sympathetic with to end their struggle. But I realized that this is madness. To see the pile, to understand the pile, and to be aware of the alternative. So I must choose. And I choose to forget the pile and live the loneliest life imaginable, the only righteous life. So fuck you people.